Hello everyone, welcome to this new concept of classes and objects, and we are going with the concept of methods. So in the last video we have learned about the second type of method, that is method with no return type but with arguments. So now in this video we will be learning about the third type of method, that is method with return type but with no arguments. So what does that mean now? It means this time the caller method will not be sending any of the values. Why? Because we have been told that there should be no arguments. It means that is it should directly call the method without sending any of the values, right? But now this time this method is very special. Why? Because it is returning us a value. How this return type value will work with us? Let us check it out. For now, I will only type over here some method, okay? And I will be simply doing the same concept, that is I will be taking two variables, adding them up, I will be initializing them as well, and v is equal to 2 for example. So I will just show you something firstly and then we will make some of the changes, okay? And result is equal to a plus b, right? So initially what we have done, we have just called the same method, and I will also execute it to make sure that you guys understand. So it's 69 answer, right? So now this is the simplest type of the method, that is method with no return type and no arguments. But because this method is telling us that it is going to return a value, number one point, if it is returning a value, to whom it will return the value? So it will be returning the value to the caller method. Which is the caller method? This is the caller method to which it is returning a value, right? Number second point, if it is returning a value, what this caller method is going to do with that? Now let me show you an example what the caller method can do with it. Number one point, let us assume I don't want to display the result over here. What I want is this method should only initialize the values, initialize the variables, perform the operation, that is it. I don't want to print the result over here. What I want, the result should be printed in the caller method, okay, where the caller method wants. So for that I need this result value. If you can see, I will execute it. Nothing has been showed to me. Why? Because I have not used the system.out.println statement to print the result. What I wanted, this method should only perform the operation. No printing statement in this method. Now what I want main method can also do the printing statement. That is, it can also print the result. But if I will write it like here, ob.result, it will never print the result. Why? Because if you can see, result is a local variable, right? So it will never print the result. So how am I going to print this value now? So what I will do, I will ask, please make a note over here. This is my class. This is one method and this is second method. What I want is this method should pass some of its information, that is the value of the result, to this method, to the second method, which is the calling method, right? How it will pass this information, that is the value of the result, to this main method? It will tell, if someone is calling me, I will provide you an integer value. I will provide you an integer value. Why only integer value? Because we want to send the value of result from this method to this method, correct? It simply means result is of data type integer. That is why I have told that this sum method should return an integer value. To whom? To this method, to this main method, right? Now, most important concept. I have mentioned in the declaration of the method that this method is going to return an integer value. But which value it is going to return? Have I mentioned that? No, not yet. So what I will say over here, I will say return result. Now I have mentioned that I am returning a result value. So if this method has been called by this main method, now I can simply get this result value. Where? Here. Do I have a confirmation for that? Yes. See, I will just do something now. What I'm saying, this statement, this calling statement, whenever the method will be called, it will send a value back. Which value? The value of the result. And it will store over here. But we need a variable to store the value, right? So I will, for example, declare a variable over here, x. And I'm telling it whatever value this function will get, store that value into the variable x. And after that, print the value of x. So if I am printing the value of x, it will be printing my own value, right? Even if you want to use the value of a, you can use it. See, what is the value of a? 67. If you want to return the value of b, whatever value you want to return, you can do that by simply using the return statement. Okay, so this is the third type of method with return type but with no arguments. So whatsoever value you want to return, whether you want to return the float type value, the string type value, the double type value, whatsoever, just mention here the data type and return the same data type element. Okay, hope you guys understand this concept, this third type of method. Thank you very much.